So today's class is going to be fast moving flow. We're doing lots of warriors. Warriors are heat building, strength building, and we're going to be doing some arm balances. And I'm throwing in some jumping. So you don't have to jump high. You don't even have to jump if you don't want to. Okay, we're going to get straight into it. So onto hands and knees, and let's do some cats and cows. So arms under shoulders, knees under hips, and rolling the spine as soon as you're ready. Full long breaths in and out. And as I said, we're doing quite a lot of moving this morning just to keep you nice and warm. So spreading the fingers on the mat and sinking your toes, sinking ankles and shins so the legs are nice and heavy. And then let's come into flat spine. Walk your arms forward, baby down dog, sinking your forehead. And again, sinking the feet once you're reaching your arms out. Allow the elbows to drop if you need to. Otherwise, giving a long stretch through the elbows, keeping them straight, and relaxing into the back of your neck. Soften into your eyes. Relax your cheeks and your mouth. And then walking back up onto hands. We're going to sit to shins. If you can't sit like this, come to cross ankles. Take a few shoulder rolls. Doesn't matter which direction. Let's roll them out. And then circle in the opposite direction. Okay, then letting the shoulders rest. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms away from you. Stretch the elbows forward. And with an inhale, lift your arms. Take a few side stretches, left to right. Okay, elbows can bend. Try to keep your neck relaxed. And then coming back to center and releasing your arms down. From here on an inhale, we're going to sweep up, lifting hips, lifting arms, either looking forwards or looking up and really stretching into fingers. On an out breath, sit down to your heels again. Drop your forehead, drop your arms. Looking up to the top of your mat. Keep yourself nice and low as you slide up onto your stomach. With an inhale, we lift into cobra. As you exhale, lower down. And then from here, pushing back to sit onto your heels again. Good. On an inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms, stretch the elbows long, press down with the toes. And on an out breath, bow down, sitting to heels, forehead and hands to the mat. Looking up to your thumbs or the top of the mat. Keep the chest as low as you can as you slide forwards. And on an in-breath, chest curls up to cobra. Keep hips on the mat as you exhale, lowering down. Again, pushing up onto hands and knees, sitting back to heels. And we'll do that one more time. On an in-breath, arms lift, hips lift. Stretch long through the arms. Each in-breath, chest goes higher. And on an exhale, hips to heels, forward to the mat, arms forwards. Looking forward, slide all the way up. On an inhale, curling into cobra. On an exhale, lowering down. And now this time, when we push to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your knees, push back into downwards facing dog. Just letting the head hang, walking it out here if you need to. And then let's take feet forwards to hands. Standing forward bend at the top of the mat. Interlace your fingers and turn your palms towards the floor. On an inhale, we're going to lift arms all the way up to standing. And on an exhale, circle and fold down. We're going to change and interlace the fingers, other baby finger outside. On an in-breath, lift, arms go forwards and up. On your exhale, circle arms to the side and forward bend. And then keep going. Each time you forward bend, change the interlace of the fingers, opposite baby finger on the outside. Full deep inhales and exhales to help you warm into your joints. Keep squeezing the toes down hard into the floor. We're going to lift one more time. And next time you fold, staying in your forward bend. And from here, we're taking it back into downwards dog. On your in-breath, coming forwards into plank. As you exhale, lower down. Pointing toes back on the inhale, chest curls up. And then pushing back to hold your down dog. Sink your head, but keep your chin out of your throat. From here, step, walk, or hop feet to the top of your mat again. As you breathe out, fall deep into your forward bend. A normal lift this time. On an inhale, circling up to standing. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Okay, we keep going with our Surya Namaskar. Inhale to reach up. On your exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, lengthen the chest forwards. And then step, walk, or hop back into your plank. And flow yourself down. Careful when you lift your chest, get the shoulders all the way back. Don't hunch them forward. And then holding down dog again when you get there. One more time. Step, walk, or hop feet forwards to the top of the mat and sink yourself down. Rising when you're ready on your inhale and breathing the arms down. We're going to do one more. Inhale, straight back up again. On your out breath, bow down. Lengthen the heart forward as you breathe in. And then take yourself back into your plank and down. We're going to travel all the way through. And now this time when we take feet to the top of the mat, we're going to take a squat. Lift your heart. Once you're where you are holding, lift the inner arches of the feet. Push the inner ankles back towards the outer ankles so you're not leaning into the big toe side of your foot or the inner heel. Shift that weight strongly to the outer edge of each foot. Good. From here, standing forward bend, feet parallel at whatever width works for you. Knees bent or straight. Do what feels best this morning. You know, sometimes when it's chilly like this, getting that full straight can sometimes be a little bit uncomfortable when you're used to straightening the legs. So do what feels right. On an inhale, rising up to standing and releasing arms down. Now we're going to move into a Surya Namaskar B, bending into knees. Inhale and lift the arms. On your exhale, forward fold. After you lengthen, taking it straight back into your plank and then down. Roll yourself all the way through and make your way back to downwards dog. From down dog, taking warrior one, right foot forwards, back heel turns in and down. Inhale to lift your arms. On your out breath, hands straight back down to the mat. Inhale into plank. On your exhale, lower. Roll it all the way through. Keep breathing back to your downwards dog. And then from down dog, left foot forwards, full warrior one. On the inhale, arms go up. On your exhale, hands to the mat. Good. Stepping into plank. Follow that breath through the transition back to hold your down dog again. And then taking feet to hands again. Standing forward bend. Bending into knees, sit into your chair. We're going to hold this one a little bit longer. So if you've got feet together, then your knees are touching. If your feet are apart, your knees are as wide as your feet. Okay, don't look at the floor. Look forwards or look up. On an in-breath, legs straighten, and exhaling, hands down. Good, guys. Okay, we're going to add on to our sequence. Inhale, sit into your chair pose. Exhale to forward bend. This time, after you lengthen, we're going straight back into downwards facing dog. From down dog, warrior one, right foot forward. This time we're holding it. So make sure that your left foot is not behind your right foot down the length of the mat. Have your feet wide enough apart to accommodate the hips and the shoulders so that you can really square into the hips and the chest. From here, we're going to warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. Check those heels are aligned. So look at the feet, make sure they're doing what they should be doing, particularly the back one. Make sure it's not pointing back. And your face either points in the direction of your chest or looking out over the right fingertips. Do what feels best for your neck. And from here, circling over, hands to the ground. On an in-breath, find your plank. On an exhale, lower yourself through your back bend in your own time. Back to your down dog. And straight into our warrior one on the other side. Left foot forward, right heel turns in and down. Once again, check the alignment of the feet. Don't have them too narrow across the width of the mat. Go as wide as you need to give space into the hips. And then arms up alongside your ears. Making that back leg really straight. Don't let your back knee bend. With your breath, we open up, warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back. Adjust the feet, get the heels in line with each other so you can get a little bit more openness in the hips. Sinking shoulders down away from your ears. And sitting your weight into that back leg. Let's circle it over, palms to the ground. In your own time, take your transition. From down dog, we're going to take that squat again. Feet to hands. And once more into standing forward bend, turning feet parallel at whatever distance is working for you this morning, but lift the inner arches of the feet high. Lean the weight just like in your squat. Put a lot of weight on the outer edge of the foot. Don't lean to the inner edge of the foot. Next in-breath, we rise, arms overhead, exhaling, hands to center. Straight into your chair pose again, guys, bending into knees. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale to fold. After you lengthen, taking it straight back to downwards facing dog. Okay, we're adding on to our sequence again. Right foot forwards for warrior one. Inhale, lifts the arms, always moving with the breath. From here, taking warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. Once more, align your heels with each other. And then press firmly back with the front of the left thigh to shift your weight into the back of that left leg and the outside of the right leg. Now we're going to take a reverse triangle. Right leg straightens, left hand to hip or thigh, reach your right arm over your head. We try to stretch that right elbow straight. If you're wanting more of a stretch in your right ribs and waist, bring your upper arm closer to the right side of your head. Now from here, we're moving into side angle pose. So coming up, bend your right knee, either right elbow on your thigh or fingers to the ground, left arm straight up or left arm over your head. Now careful here, keep sinking the back of the right thigh, but don't let your right hip go lower than your right knee. And as the right thigh goes down, the back leg goes up. So legs moving in opposite directions from each other. Okay, now I promised you some jumps, so we're going to take it into our jumps. If you don't want to do jumps, you just hold your down dog. So from here, turning onto left toes, hands to the mat, right leg back to down dog splits. And then we bend the left knee and hop your left foot off the ground. Maybe it's just little hops, maybe you're barely going off the mat, maybe you're going up a little bit higher. So it's right leg in the air the whole time. And then both feet to the ground. Good, guys. Warrior one, left foot forward, right heel in and down. So again, check the feet. Always build your pose from the base up. What you're doing with your feet, if you're in a standing pose, your feet are the most important part of your posture. Moving into warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back. Adjust the feet. And just pay attention to that back arm. So, usually we can see what the front arm is doing. Sometimes that back arm is up, sometimes it's down. Get it fully parallel to the floor. And we're moving into our reverse triangle. Left leg straight, right hand to right hip or thigh. Or if you're going deeper, hand to your calf. Just careful with pushing onto the knee. Don't push too hard. And sink the shoulders. Now we're moving into our side angle. So coming up, front knee bends, either left elbow to your thigh or fingers to the ground. And then check your alignment. Make sure that your left shin is over your heel, knee directly over the shin. Either right arm straight up or arm over your head. Now same as the other side, left thigh and hip go down, right thigh goes up. Here come those jumps again. Hands to the mat, turning onto right toes, left leg back to the sky. Either just holding your down dog or bend that right knee and hop. Always easier on one side because you're stronger on one side. Then both feet to the mat. And from here, we're taking a skiing squat at the top of the mat. So you're going to step, walk, or hop feet forwards. Bring your feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Don't do this with feet touching. Fingertips on the ground. Bending into your knees. Try and get the backs of the thighs parallel to the floor. Try and get your hips on the level of your knees. And then reach the arms forward. Pregnant Anisha, this is not something you should be doing. So you're looking to the ground in front of your toes. Try and stretch the elbows straight. And then bum to the sky. Swing your arms back. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And we're going to do that squat another 2 times in a moment. Okay, so releasing the arms down, fingertips to the ground first. You bend into your knees, sit your butt down low. And then reach the arms forward. Keep your weight in your bum. So we're really working those hamstrings, inner thighs, quads, outer thighs here. Keep the breath flowing. And then bum to the sky, same as before. Reach back, clasp or interlace fingers behind your back and hang your head. Just fully relax the head and the neck. Then we take that squat one more time. Release your arms down, fingertips to the ground. Bend the knees, sit your hips down low. Keep knees as wide as heels. Don't let them lean in or out. Stretch the fingertips forward. Stretch the top of your head forward. Squeeze the belly up tight. Keep breathing. And then forward fold one more time. This time you can have arms back or have arms down. And with each out breath, drop your weight down deep into the floor through your feet. Arms nice and heavy. And now we're coming up to standing, and we're going to stay standing for our half chair pose. So we're going to balance on left foot. Make sure your toes point straight forward. Right ankle up onto the left thigh above your knee. If you're very wobbly on this, do it on the floor. Don't do it on your mat. And then we sit down, hands to chest. Lift the chest up high. Try to sink those hips as low as you can without dropping your upper body. Then soften the neck and the shoulders. So legs are strong here, belly is strong, shoulders and neck relaxed. That's a whole half a minute here, guys. It's a long hold. Well done. Coming up to standing, foot down to the ground. Nice, everyone. Now we're balancing on that right foot. Again, check your toes, point straight forward in line with your chest, then bringing the other foot up. And when you're ready, sitting down. Looking good, guys. Keep that big toe pushing down firmly into the mat. Don't lift it. Hips go down, chest goes up. Each in-breath, lift the sternum a little bit higher. That's not a big action. It's just a gentle lift with the chest with each breath. Good. Coming up to standing. Nice, everyone. Foot down to the ground. All right, so at the top of the mat again. We're moving into a twisting triangle. We're going to hold that for a little while, okay? So in-breath, floats up. Exhale, fold down. After you lengthen, taking right leg back, turning your right heel in and down, stretch both knees straight. If you can't get the front knee straight, slide the back foot closer to your left foot. Doesn't matter. Look, my legs are super narrow here. That's fine. So you do what you need to do to get the front leg straight. Right hand on the floor or on hand ankle or shin. If you're going deeper, right hand flat on the ground on the outside of your left foot, and either left hand to hip or left arm straight up. Okay, so once you're in that twist, that lift of the left ribs, the lift of the left shoulder will lift your right heel. So push the right heel firmly down and don't let the back knee bend. Keep moving your chest over your left leg, not back away from it. Check in with the breath. Good, guys. Bringing hand down. Let's step forwards and straight over to the other side. Left leg back, heel turns in and down. Get both legs straight. And maybe sometimes your one leg needs to be further back. Maybe on the other side it's closer towards your other foot. Balance on the left hand wherever it feels right for you. And when you're ready, either right hand to hip or right arm straight up. And once more, as the right chest goes up, as the shoulder goes up, left heel will want to lift. So counterbalance that. If that back heel lifts, you lose the back stretch. You lose the outer hip stretch. Lean your chest over that right leg, not back away from it. Okay, bringing hand down and stepping back into downwards facing dog. From down dog, we're going to take a side balance, Vashisthasana, balancing on your right hand, outer edge of the right foot. After we do this little sequence, I'm going to give you a rest. Okay, and then left arm straight up like a triangle, hips up nice and high. Now we're going to turn this into a twisting lunge. Try not to drop that lifted arm. We're going to step the left foot forward and turn onto your right toes. One action. And then from here up to warrior one lunge, arms alongside your head, still on the right toes, not a full warrior. From here, opening to warrior two. So you might be feeling warm and you might be wanting to take it a little bit deeper into the lunge in that front hip. Don't let the left hip go lower than your left knee. And then cartwheeling over, hands to the mat, left leg back, down dog splits. We're going to pulse knee to chest in plank. You've got to do that 4 times, so count for yourself. On an out breath, come to plank, knee to chest. On an in breath, kick back, down dog splits. And then keep going. Exhale to come forward, inhale to kick back. And after you've done your 4, next time you come forward, hold it there, knee to chest in plank, shoulders over wrists. Round your spine up. Push up with your middle back. Don't try and flatten here like a proper plank. Keep your arms over your wrists. Step your left leg straight back, come to your full plank. Hold your plank. Yep, no down dog there. Keep breathing, guys. And then flat down onto the mat. We're going to take it to the other side. Then you get your rest. So curling up into cobra or upwards facing dog. And then back to your down dog. We're taking our side balance onto the left hand, outer edge of the left foot, stacking the legs if you can. Check that the left hand is correctly aligned. And then we're lifting right arm straight up over the left arm. Keep shoulders to spine. And now we're going to turn it into a lunge. So try and keep that right arm up. Try not to drop it. Right foot steps forward onto your back toes. So you're in your twisting lunge. From here, we're going to lift up to warrior one arms. Stay on the back toes. Don't turn the heel in and down. Warrior one lunge. And then opening up warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. Again, maybe sitting down a little bit deeper into the hips because you're nice and warm now. And then cartwheel it over, hands to the mat. Right leg back, down dog splits. So we're going to do those 4 pulses, whatever it was you did on the other side. On an exhale, come forward, knee to chest and plank. Inhale, kick back, down dog splits. Try to get those shoulders all the way forward over the hands. After you've done your 4, next time you come forwards, hold it there, knee to chest. Round the spine again. Pull your spine up high. Now everything stays the same. Just stretch the right leg back into your plank and hold your plank. Keep breathing, guys. Good, everyone. Flat down onto the mat. And rest. Okay, now we're going to take a half frog. So hands under forehead, resting forward on hands or forearms. And then let's bend the left knee, reach back for left hand. Left foot with your left hand. Okay, I'll give you half a minute on each side. Giving it that nice quad stretch, hugging heel in. But don't lift your knee. Push the left knee. The bent knee pushes into the mat. And then changing legs. Make sure that your knees are not wider than hips and shoulders. And then letting go of your right foot. And we're just going to take a few seconds more here. Fully relax yourself. Fully sink into the ground. Okay, so from here, we're going to be doing that Vashisthasana to the twisting lunge again. We're going to add on to that sequence, make it a little bit more challenging with some standing balances. So, making your way into downwards facing dog. From down dog, straight into Vashisthasana, side arm balance, balancing on right hand. Check the alignment that the right wrist crease is parallel to the top edge of your mat. Stack the legs, left arm to the sky, shoulders pulling to your spine. Keep lifting through the right hip and the right waist. Now we want to keep that arm straight up where it is. Take the left foot forward into your lunge, turning onto right toes. Coming to your twisting lunge. Great, guys. Well done. From here up to warrior one lunge. Stay on the back toes. Arms alongside your ears. And then opening up, warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back. Taking a reverse triangle. Front leg straightens, right hand to the right leg or hand on your hip. Try to lock the left elbow straight. Keep taking shoulders back to your back. And then coming up, and now we're going to take it into a half moon. So check the alignment of your left foot, pointing straight forward. You step onto that left foot, either right hand to the right hip or right arm up to the sky over your shoulder. Flex your right ankle. And if half moon is really easy for you, keep trying to lift that right thigh higher and higher. Okay, now the next challenge is we're going to try and come all the way to standing, knee to chest, without touching the ground with your right foot. So drop the right leg, try not to touch the ground, come all the way through, knee to chest. And when you have your balance, into your half chair, right ankle onto your left thigh. And if you still want another challenge, you're welcome to take the twist, right elbow to instep of your foot. Good. Coming up to standing. Both feet to the ground. Pedal it if you need to. Moving on. With an inhale, arms float up. On your exhale, forward fold. After you lengthen, going straight back into your downwards dog. From down dog, Vashisthasana, side balance, balancing on left hand, outer edge of the left foot. Check the alignment of the left hand, wrist crease parallel to the top edge of the mat. And then right arm straight up over your left shoulder. So try to keep that right arm lifted. Don't let it drop. Try not to touch the floor. Taking it into the lunge, right foot forward, turning onto your left toes. Twisting lunge. Legs stay as they are. Lift your arms to warrior one. Notice the breath. Opening to your warrior two. Right arm forward, left heel down, left arm back. And from here, we're taking our reverse triangle. Stretch the front knee straight, left hand to left leg, or hand on hip, right elbow straight, and arm close to your head. Then we're moving into half moon. So we come up, check the right foot is aligned, When you're ready, stepping onto that right foot, left leg goes up. As the left foot lifts, flex your ankle. Make the lifted leg super strong. Again, if you want more challenge, you try and lift that left leg higher and higher. That lifting of the leg will make the balance more difficult. Okay, now the challenge is to try not touch the floor with that left foot as you come all the way through to standing, knee into your chest. Really good for the inner thigh muscles, that. As soon as you're balanced and centered, left ankle to right thigh into your half chair. Remember, as earlier, hips go down, chest is up high. Don't lean your chest down. Don't turn it into a forward bend. Soften the neck and the shoulders down. And then up to standing and foot to the ground. So we're going to turn sideways on our mat. We open the legs out into a V shape. Turn the feet parallel or even big toes slightly in. And from here, taking your arms back. Interlace your fingers. So don't clasp the hands shut. Interlace so that you get that right angle on the wrist joint so that we stretch out the wrist after those arm balances. When you're ready, fold yourself down. Once you're in that forward bend, shift your weight to the front of the shins and press the calves out away from each other. And then instead of trying to push the arms closer to the floor over your head or even more over your head, try to go for length. Press the back of the wrists and your hands back away from your shoulders and your back as if you're trying to make the arm bones grow longer. That gives you more release in the shoulder joint. Pushing the hands towards the floor over your head here actually tightens around the shoulder joint, but going for the length gives you more release. On an in-breath, coming all the way up to standing, we release the hands and stepping back up to the top of your mat. On an inhale, float the arms up. As you exhale, bow down. After you lengthen in the spine and the chest, take yourself back into down dog. And from down dog, we're going to take a low lunge. So we're stepping right foot forwards, left knee down. And just like that, wide leg forward bend, take your arms back. This time, if you want to, you can clasp the hands shut. You can have the hands shut like that or apart. Give it a good release in the chest, front of shoulders. And soften down with the upper back. So you're lengthening out the back of the neck. Okay, now for those of you that thought we were done with jumps, I've got some jumps coming up if you want to do them. If you don't want to do them, you just step back to down dog and hold down dog while we jump. Okay, hands to the mat. Right leg back, down dog splits. Now last time when we jumped, we kept one foot down and the one leg up. Now we're going to jump change. So you bend your left knee, hop up and take the right foot to the ground, left leg to the sky. And you do a few of those. Jump, change the legs in the air. Okay, next time the left leg is up and your down dog splits, hold it there. And from there, swing the left foot forwards into your low lunge on the other side. Okay, so it's left foot forward, heel under knee, arms back behind you. Soften into the upper back with your breaths. Okay, hands to the ground. Same thing with the jumps. Left leg back, down dog splits. Keeping you warm this morning. And either holding your down dog or do a few jump changes. And next time, right leg is in the air. Swing that right leg forwards again. Low lunge. This time, arms to warrior one. Bringing hands to your chest in namaste. Let's take a twist. Left elbow over right thigh. Then forearms are at a diagonal angle. Right elbow points back, not up over the left elbow. From here, hands to the mat. Right leg into plank. This is your last vinyasa. Transition. Flowing through. Back to down dog. From your down dog, left foot forward, right knee down. Arms up to warrior one. And then hands to chest and take the twist. Again, arms at a diagonal. Don't lift that left elbow all the way up. Good, guys. Hands to the ground. Downwards facing dog. And from here, dropping down onto the floor. We're making our way to sitting. We start with legs straight out in front of you. Bending the right knee up. Slide the left foot under your right thigh. And then stepping right foot over the left leg. Lift the heart high and twist towards your bent knee or the top knee. Right hand behind you. Soften into the fronts of the shoulders, allowing the armpits to feel heavy. You're welcome to take left arm to the outside of that right leg. You can even take the bind if you want to. Just keep this right bum down. Don't tilt off the hip. Okay, and twisting yourself, keeping your spine tall and straight as you undo the pose. And then we're bending the left knee up, taking right foot under the left thigh, and stepping left foot over the right leg. Left bum is still on the ground. You twist it off to the opposite side. Okay, so again, you can take that right arm to the outside of your leg or take the bind, but keep the shoulders soft. So if you're binding, that is the challenge. There's always a challenge in each pose, and that challenge becomes progressively more challenging the stronger you get in the physical practice. Good. And twisting, legs straight out in front of you. And then we're opening out into Upavishta legs. And we're going to come to Upavishta Janu Shashasana. Left foot to inside of the right thigh. Right toes pointing straight up. Tipping forwards onto hands. Yes, so keep that right bum down. Don't lift off the back of the thigh or the right sits bone. Keep them pressing into the mat so the pelvis stays square. And walking hands up. We'll open the left leg out. Bring the right foot in. So same alignment principle. Keep the left bum down. Keep the left thigh down as you reach forward. And then once you're wherever you're going to be holding your pose, don't look back at your chest. Lengthen the back of the neck and the front of the neck and the sides of the neck as well. Check those left toes are pointing straight up. Don't flop them out. And coming all the way up. Open that right leg out. Coming into full Upavishta Konasana. You're reaching for shins. If you're holding feet, not the insides of the feet, outsides of the feet or outer ankles. And also don't look back at your chest. So if you need to look down, look straight down underneath your face or a little bit further forwards once more to lengthen the neck to help you lengthen your spine. Good, guys. We're coming up. And that is your practice done. We're going to move into Shavasana. So get yourself warm, get yourself comfortable. If you need to, you hug your knees to your chest. Release your back. And then allowing your legs to relax and release. Let your feet flop open and let the eyes close. Dropping deep into the upper back and the shoulders. Fully relax your chest and your arms. Melting down the spine into the lower back. With each out breath, dropping deeper down into your lower back, hips, and legs. And now starting to feel your hands and your feet, fingers and toes, moving them around to wake them up. When you're ready, taking a deep breath, stretch yourself or hug your knees. Very carefully lifting yourself up, coming to sitting. May our minds be open to the divine light that guides us. May our hearts be open to the divine love that surrounds us. May the angels keep us and bless us and bring us joy. Well done, everyone. Namaste and thank you. Stay warm, guys.